What if I told you that just $50 invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago would be worth over $400,000 today? No inheritance, no lottery win. Just one simple decision. And while we can't go back in time, the chance to start building wealth with crypto is still here, right now. Picture this. You wake up, check your phone, and realize that while you were sleeping, your money was actually working for you. Not because you're a millionaire, not because you inherited a fortune, but because you made a simple choice. You started investing in cryptocurrency, even if it was just a small amount. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, crypto is only for techies or rich people, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get ahead financially, even if they don't make much more than you? The answer isn't luck, and it's not some big secret. It's the power of starting early and starting small with crypto spot trading. Let's be real, most of us never learned about money in school. So if you've ever felt behind or thought you missed your chance, I want you to know the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You might be thinking, but I barely have any money left at the end of the month. That's exactly what we're talking about today, because the truth is you don't need a lot to get started. In fact, starting with a small amount can actually be your biggest advantage. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. Let me tell you a quick story. There were two friends, Sarah and Mike. Sarah decided to start investing just $50 a month in Bitcoin, while Mike kept waiting for the right time. 5 years later, Sarah had built up a small crypto portfolio. Mike, on the other hand, was still waiting. The difference wasn't their income, it was their mindset. Now, I'm not saying you'll see those exact returns again. Nobody has a crystal ball. But here's what this tells us. Bitcoin went from $770 to over $95,000 in just 10 years. That's the power of getting in early and holding long term. The most important factor is time in the market, not timing the market. With today's technology, you don't need to be a tech expert or have a ton of money. Platforms like Binance let you start spot trading with as little as $10. So what's really stopping you? Let's break those myths. Every successful crypto investor started with their first purchase. Now take a second and picture your future self. Imagine looking back 5 years from now. Will you be grateful that you started today, even with a small amount? Or will you wish you'd taken that first step? Think about how a tiny seed grows into a massive tree. It happens because that seed was planted early. Your crypto investments work the same way. The earlier you plant the seed, the bigger it can become. And just like a tree, your investments need nurturing, regular contributions, patience, and a willingness to let time do its thing. But here's the reality. Most people wait. They wait for a bigger salary, a bonus, or a windfall. They tell themselves, I'll start investing in crypto when I have more money. But life has a way of throwing curveballs, unexpected expenses, emergencies, or just the temptation to spend. The truth is, if you can't invest a small amount now, it's unlikely you'll suddenly start when you have more. Crypto spot trading is a habit, not a one-time event. The sooner you build that habit, the easier it gets to increase your investments as your income grows. Now, let's talk about the fear. Maybe you're worried about losing money. Maybe you've heard stories of people losing everything in crypto. Here's the reality. Every investment carries some risk, but not investing is also a risk. A risk that your money loses value to inflation, a risk that you miss out on growth, a risk that you stay stuck in the same financial place year after year. The key is to start small, learn as you go, and diversify. With spot trading, you're actually buying and owning the cryptocurrency, not trading with leverage or borrowed money. You don't have to put all your money in one coin. You can start with Bitcoin, add some Ethereum, maybe a little BNB. The important thing is to start. Let's bust another myth. I need to be a tech expert to invest in crypto. That's just not true. Some of the most successful crypto investors keep things simple. They buy regularly, avoid trying to time the market, and focus on the long term. You don't need to understand blockchain code or follow crypto Twitter every day. You just need to be consistent. And remember, every expert was once a beginner. The only way to learn is by doing. Here's a practical step you can take today. Download the Binance app. I've put the link in the description below. Set up an account, complete the verification, and decide on an amount, no matter how small, to invest every month through spot trading. Treat it like a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or your phone bill. Start with $25, $50, or even $100 if you can. Over time, you'll barely notice the money leaving your account, but you'll definitely notice the growth in your crypto portfolio. Let's go back to Sarah and Mike. After 5 years, Sarah's small, consistent investments in crypto have grown a lot. She started with just $50 a month in Bitcoin when it was around $30,000. Even with Bitcoin's ups and downs, her consistent buying strategy meant she picked up more coins when prices were lower. She's not just financially ahead, she's more confident, more knowledgeable, and more in control of her future. Mike, on the other hand, is still waiting for the perfect time, still watching from the sidelines as Bitcoin hits new milestones. The difference isn't luck, it's action. It's the willingness to start, even when it feels like you don't have enough. And here's something most people overlook. Investing in crypto isn't just about money. It's about mindset. When you start spot trading, you're telling yourself, I believe in my future. I believe in this technology. I'm willing to delay a little gratification today for a much bigger reward tomorrow. That mindset shift is powerful. It spills over into other areas of your life, your career, your health, your relationships. You become someone who thinks long-term, who plans, who takes responsibility. So, if you're still on the fence, ask yourself, what's the real cost of waiting? Every month you delay is a month you lose to potential growth. Every year you wait is a year your money could have been working for you in the crypto space. Look at the Bitcoin chart again. 10 years ago, it was $770. 5 years ago, it was around $10,000. Today, it's over $95,000. Now, I'm not promising these returns will keep happening. Crypto is volatile, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. But what I'm saying is this. The people who started early, who started small, and who stayed consistent are the ones who've benefited the most. The best crypto investors aren't the ones who start with the most money. They're the ones who start the earliest and stick with it through the ups and downs. That's the beauty of spot trading. You own your coins, you control them, and you can hold them for as long as you want. Here's your action plan for today. First, click the link in the description to download the Binance app. It's one of the biggest and most trusted crypto exchanges in the world, with millions of users. Second, complete the sign-up and verification process. Yeah, it might take a few minutes, but this is your future we're talking about. Third, start with spot trading. Decide on a small amount you can invest every month. $25, $50, $100, whatever fits your budget. Set a reminder to buy on the same day each month. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging, and it helps you avoid the stress of trying to time the market perfectly. Start with Bitcoin or Ethereum, the two most established cryptocurrencies. As you learn more, you can check out other options. But don't overcomplicate it at the beginning. Be patient. Don't check your portfolio every hour. Don't freak out when prices dip. Remember, you're building long-term wealth, not trying to get rich overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything. You just need to begin. Start with what you have, learn as you go, and let time do its thing. Think about this. Someone, somewhere, is starting their crypto journey today with just $50. In 5 years, they'll look back and thank themselves for taking action. Will that person be you? Or will you still be waiting, still watching from the sidelines, still wondering what if? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single crypto purchase. Your future self is counting on the decision you make today. Don't let them down. Bitcoin went from $770 to over $95,000 in 10 years. Not because of luck, but because the people who understood its value got in early and held on. You can't change the past, but you can absolutely shape your future. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video, where I'll break down exactly how to set up your Binance account step by step and show you my personal crypto strategy. Second, click the link in the description to download Binance and take your first step into crypto spot trading. Third, drop a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest fear about investing in cryptocurrency? Or if you've already started, what made you take the leap? Let's build a community of people who are taking control of their financial future. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. The same goes for crypto. Your move, let's do this.